Take care, RP. my god. Oh my god, I got two of them. Oh my god. Oh my fucking. What the? I just bounced, bro.
How far can we get if we sail a little bit high, a little bit long? I need us to be a little bit high, a little bit long, completely alone.
You got me hooked on your sense of adventure, and there's more than just your body to explore. I know that you are down to do whatever, so can we do something that we ain't done before? Oh, don't say our time is running out, 'cause there's no limits where we're going now, and we
Alrighty, chat. What is good, everyone? Whew. What's up, chat? Welcome back to a new video / stream. Dumbass I am. This ain't a video, this is a fucking stream. Sorry, my head's a bit in the gutter at the moment. I thank you all for coming to the stream today. Today's the 7th of the 14th. Today is a Tuesday. We're back to do the 100-hour completion for Sand Raiders. I'm going to be doing a 10-hour stream. Starting from 2:12 to probably 11, so hopefully it's not too late, but we're sending it. We're going to go as far as we can get to finish, obviously, the stream up and all that good stuff. And then hopefully, maybe tomorrow or the next day, we'll start doing some more GTA roleplay and getting back onto that. So, yeah, let's get the game up. Don't know what the other guys are playing, but that should be charged. And then maybe later tonight we do some R6 chat. I reckon to finish it up, kinda, I guess. Already about 92 hours in now, so we probably have an hour to do R6 tonight, so we'll probably do that. We'll see what happens. And yeah. Hope everyone's doing good. Let me just switch this out for a sec. Yeah, okay. I think TTS is on now, so we're good. God damn. I've been standing for like most of the morning cutting wood. And then framework. We finished the framework finally. We finished the woodwork. So now we just gotta go back and screw like 1,040 screws on all the frames and go back and make sure we didn't miss anything. And then that's pretty much it. And then, so I don't know what's happening tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And then Thursday I won't be streaming because obviously I'm going out. Probably. Actually, I don't know now. Actually, I don't know if I will be. I don't think I'm going out Thursday, so that actually will be good. So we'll probably have. Obviously, today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we'll be streaming. Saturday, I probably won't be streaming because Saturday's a big job. So I probably will just take the day off that day. It's not like I gotta stream throughout the week, because this is gonna be the last stream to complete the 100-hour challenge. Plus, we'll still come back to the game 100%. I love this game. Sand Raiders is dope. I like it. It's a good game. Definitely gonna add it to my main of main games. So. But, yeah, Saturday I probably won't be live, but I'll probably be back Sunday, so. What's up, Dylan? Let's go to Fuse. Hope you got a day to Fuse. Appreciate it, Dylan. Welcome to the stream, bro. Appreciate some from Christina Wiley, CS 319, Fawassa, Sergeant, Cum Clutcher, J-Dog with all the follows the last couple of days. Appreciate it, boys. Then I appreciate Odell with the 6,000 bits. What a savage. What a savage mind. Oh, I changed that the other day. But J-Dog with the latest follower on the channel. Appreciate it, brother. Much love for the rest of you guys as well. What's up, Dylan? Let's go to Fuse. Should be a good day to Fuse. Appreciate it, Dylan. Don't know if I said that already, but welcome to the stream, Dylan. Today is the 7th of the 14th. Today is a Tuesday. Thank you all for joining. I want to thank Deadman with a raid from 3 days ago with the 7th viewer raid. Danny with a resub for the 1 month tier 1 subscription with a sub for the 5 months. Appreciate Danny. Benny with the raid from 4 days ago with 2 viewers. Appreciate it, Benny boy. And Lunacrim with a raid of 2 from 6 days ago. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the raids, the bits, the subs. I appreciate the support from everyone. We're gonna kick back and watch a YouTube video before we get into anything. And then yeah, we'll go from there. Problem is, the house is like hot as shit because they are cooking a barbecue and it's heating the house up. It's like a freaking oven, dude. Jesus. I also shaved, so I'm looking pretty fresh, you know? That's why I was kind of like doing this before the stream for some fucking nerd reason, but anyway. Alright, let's watch this video.
Statistically, believe it or not, the numbers show that a lot of people don't finish video games.
Wait, before you watch this, hang on. I might even just get rid of that for now, and I'll watch out later. I'll be right back. Watch this.
Not every player is as dedicated as like true hardcore gamers. Some people play a game for a while, lose interest, and just move on to something else. But some of those people are missing out on like when the games actually get good, man. So today we wanted to talk about 20 games that you uninstalled or stopped playing before they got really good. We dug through Steam statistics and checked out global unlocks for achievements and stuff like that to see what's going on here. We got 20 good examples that some might surprise you, so let's get started off with number 20. Red Faction Guerrilla. It's one of our favorite games. We've talked about it a ton on this channel from me and Falcon. It's just fun to play from the very first moments, and that enhanced re-release on Steam is even better for modern computers. Like this gives you a handful of C4 and a giant hammer and tells you to destroy stuff and liberate a space colony. Horror game that might be too scary for a lot of people, because Steam tells us that only 24.2% of players finish the Musician's Key quest that's at the start of the game. That's very, very early. You'll get this.
They're showing a lot of dog shit games, bro. It's like no one really plays. Like, I mean, they still play it. Don't get me wrong, but they're all games from like years ago. This is
26
co-op games of 2026.
is stacked for video games. And as such, you might.
Did we, was there any games that came out through Steam? Because it is the 14th, and I know some games got released, but not a lot. When does, that's a 17th, but Valais was the 14th. When is this coming out? Coming for 5 hours, okay. So that's 5 hours. Everything else is August. Problem is... yeah, it's fun. I don't really have any interesting games anyway that are like gonna keep us going for 3-4 weeks, like Sand Raiders, you know. That's all good.
Might need a little help from your friends. Hi folks, it's Falcon. Join the 1% Club to get the Falcon Show exclusively every weekend. Today on Game Ranks, 25 co-op games to check out in 2026. Starting off with number 25, it's The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu. This upcoming co-op survival horror game is getting a lot of pre-release buzz and some positive impressions online. When it was first shown, it was hard to tell exactly what the final game was going to be, given the developer Ace team has never made a game even remotely like this one. But it seems to be going down pretty well for people that have actually had the chance to play it. Gimmick here is that something kind of experimented on by Kane and Lynch or Dead Space 3. Each player may get visions that the other players can't see, which in this case might make their teammates look like monsters or enemies attack you that aren't really there. It's kind of a clever twist on the Left 4 Dead formula and is apparently pretty effectively scary. So hopefully this one will have some legs in the developers.
But yeah, Rez, I hope you're doing well, bro.
Because otherwise, I could see the hallucinations getting stale after a couple of runs. Even if they do, though, it looks like it's shaping up to be a fun and unique take on the co-op shooter, and it's releasing pretty soon on July 15th. And number 24 is Gears of War E-Day. For us here at Game Ranks, Gears of War is kind of synonymous with co-op. Few games integrate multiple players into campaigns as well as these games do. The trend for quality 2 to 4 player action should hopefully continue with its prequel, E-Day, which has been confirmed to include up to 4 players for online co-op, 2-player split screen, and a new and improved Horde mode called Siege Mode. There's also going to be the usual PvP offers as well, but players who like to team up will not be shortchanged here. There's nothing particularly mind-blowing going on here. It just looks like more solid Gears of War
I probably
action,
won't
but
get this
visually
one
it's of course the best the
'cause
series has ever looked.
I'm not a big
and the
fan of
gameplay,
Gears
while
of
still
War.
following the formula, looks pretty refined and satisfying.
Multiplayer
It's
was
Gears
fun,
of War.
though.
The game's launching October 6th for Xbox Series and Windows, which I think some people might not realize, but you can buy the game on Steam, or will be able to buy the game on Steam. So you should, because I don't know, the consoles, man. And number 23 is Happy Humble Burgatory, a co-op take on Happy's Humble Burger Farm, which was a game that combined food service with survival horror. It's doing pretty much the same thing, except for instead of having to do everything by yourself, you have a team of 4 no-good miscreants to run this miserable burger place into the ground before getting hunted down by a murderous entity that wants to steal your purchased burgers. This is
What is
one of
this
those games that
kitchen,
straddles
bro?
the
What
line
the
between
fuck?
creepy and goofy, which sounds just about perfect for a co-op horror game. Players are going to be goofing around one way or the other, so why not play into it? Out of the many upcoming Steam co-op games, this one is looking to be one of the most ridiculous and fun. It's not far off
Bungus.
either. It's releasing before
Come
the
back
end of the
into
month on
Bungus
July
Barbecue
16th.
Farm.
And number
What the hell is
22 is
that?
Reanimal. There's definitely some shiny new stuff we're highlighting that's coming out throughout the rest of the year, but we are also wanting to call some attention to some great co-op enabled games that have already come out this year. Reanimal is almost a game that needs no introduction. It's the real Little Nightmares 3 in everything but name, after the original creators left Namco to do their own thing. The one innovation they brought here was co-op, and while it's not the best co-op game out there, don't go into this one expecting it takes 2-level player interaction, is what I mean. But it's still a really solid and appropriately creepy game to experience with a second player. No, you're still not going to have really any clue what's going on in any given moment, and the whole thing's pretty grim and miserable. Maybe somehow more so than the first 2 Little Nightmares games, but the atmosphere in this game is second to none. Nobody does it quite like Tarsier. And number 21 is Slay the Spire 2. This returned with maybe some of the recent reception to some early access stuff, not necessarily entirely positively received, but the game is still overall one of the best card-based roguelikes on the market, and this one comes with the added bonus of including co-op. How could that possibly work in a game as carefully crafted as Slay the Spire 2? Easy, it leans into the chaos of it. 2 to 4 players pick their character and all travel together on the same team, fighting monsters, into team battles, op combinations, be damned. They just let you run wild, and it's pretty entertaining, actually. They can swing wildly in your favor to total disaster if you're not working together. With 2 players, certain bosses are nearly impossible without the correct cards. Keep in mind the game is still being balanced, and it is in early access, so things can change pretty significantly. So while co-op can feel too easy or too hard right now, it can change at basically any moment. It's a game currently in flux, so it might be difficult to stick with for the long run, at least right now. But if you don't care about balance that much, then playing together with friends is still a lot of fun, even if you don't have a chance in hell of winning, or even sometimes losing. And number 20 is Defect. This upcoming FPS describes itself as immersive and tactical, and while it has a single-player mode, it appears that co-op and PvP are the real focus of this one. How it all works isn't exactly clear yet, but from the trailer I'm getting pretty strong Lethal Company vibes, where you select from 3 randomly generated missions in a sequence. Are the levels randomly generated? I'm not completely sure, but apparently you're not just playing as the cops here, you also play as gangs in a similar mission structure. That's probably where the PvP elements come in, but that seems entirely optional. It's not an extraction shooter where PvP is mandatory. Looks pretty solo. Teams and PvP are all separate modes. This looks like it could be a brutal and immersive FPS. The setting's intriguing. The environmental destruction looks impressive. So it's a game to watch for when it looks like it's going to launch sometime later this year. That's still the time frame I'm hearing, so I'm guessing it's the target. I wouldn't be surprised if it got pushed back to 2027. It's ambitious, and it looks really cool. And number 19 is Marathon Vault Breaker PvE mode. While Marathon has garnered a hardcore and passionate fan base, there's been a subset of the audience clamoring for a game mode that's a little less stressful than the default extraction shooter stuff that the game's built around. That's where the upcoming Vault Breaker PvE mode comes in. It's a co-op mode with no PvP elements whatsoever, and currently the game has a sort of PvP light kind of game mode, but this is fully co-op. It's not quite as exciting as it could be because it's a variation of Cryo Archives and its marathon. The idea is you'll get stronger with each run until you're tough enough to take on the raid boss at the end. It's all reusing assets they built for the game, but it's all stuff casual players have probably never seen, so at least it gives those players a chance to access the Cryo Archives without having to get top level gear in the extraction shooter mode if they want to compete. It sounds like it could be fun, and it's coming relatively soon. Bungie's releasing Vault Breaker on July 21st. And number 18, it's Orbitals. This Switch exclusive looks like it's one of the few games on the list that's really trying to scratch the It Takes Two and Split Fiction itch with a high-quality, carefully crafted, and deliberately designed co-op adventure. If you've played either of those games, you probably know what to expect with this one, but what makes Orbitals stand out is the distinct 80s anime-inspired character designs and animated cutscenes that look absolutely fantastic. The gameplay looks like a lot of fun, too. It's a game where 3D graphics actually manage to stand up next to anime stuff, and that is good. It looks like it's working. Whether the game is tightly paced and endlessly creative as those Hazelight Studios co-op games, it's yet to be seen, but if it's even half as good, it'll be something to watch out for. And number 17 is Splatoon Riders. Been a lot of discussion about this being the single-player Splatoon that some fans have been asking for, which might make you assume it's really just a solo experience, but in reality, it can be played entirely in co-op with 3 of your buddies working together in tandem. That's something new for the series, which tends to separate its gameplay modes. You had the campaign, which was solo, Salmon Run, which was co-op, and Turf War, which was player versus player. The game essentially combines Salmon Run with the campaign, which makes sense considering you're fighting salmonoids in the story this time. Splatoon co-op is a ton of fun, and being able to play through the entire campaign in Raiders with some friends sounds like it's gonna be a blast. It's absolutely one to look out for when it releases July 23rd. And number 16 is Over the Hill. This thing's kind of the easygoing answer to the Mud Runner, Snow Runner games. It's got similar obstacles you have to overcome, but it's all presented in a significantly less stressful package. The game is not about repairing and rebuilding natural disaster sites, but just exploring the world in an off-road vehicle. And while there will be situations where you get stuck in mud or snow, by design, this is much more meditative and not deliberately frustrating. And of course, you could bring some friends along for the ride. In fact, it seems to be one of the central pillars of the game. As far as hangout games go, looks like it could definitely be a winner. And while it doesn't have a release date, the devs say the game is coming out in 2026, and the demo they've released feels pretty polished, so I wouldn't be surprised if it actually does come out this year. And number 15 is Bomb Nana, a casual team-based puzzle game that takes the basic concept of keep talking and nobody explodes and turns it into a 3-player game where every player is trying to disarm the bomb simultaneously, but one player can't hear anything, one player can't see anything, and one player can't talk. So to actually disarm the bomb, everyone has to work together to communicate in a way the other players can understand, meaning that you'll need to deploy hand motions and good old-fashioned talking to get everyone to complete the tasks before time runs out. It looks chaotic as hell, in a good way, and it's launching in August. And number 14 is Carcass Clad. Coming from Wrong Organ, the developers of Mouthwashing, this co-op game looks like it's going to retain the team's love of grotesque stuff with a bizarre premise that you're piloting a tank made of a divine cow or something, and you need to scavenge body parts from slaughtered animals as you make your way across this war-torn city. That's the premise. The actual gameplay looks like some serious co-op goodness if you got 3 players, each playing a specific role in the tank. One person is the commander, one's the gunner, one's the driver, and everyone has to coordinate and navigate and survive enemy engagements. The whole thing is tactile. Every button and lever and crank needs to be manually engaged. It looks complex, looks stressful, and challenging. It's easily jumped to being one of the most anticipated co-op games for me, though, and while it currently has no release date, it's at least possible it will launch sometime this year. And number 13 is Subnautica 2. This game launched into early access back in May. It's not feature complete. It does allow for co-op play with up to 4 players simultaneously, though, and that's one of the most significant changes from the original game, which is entirely solo. Survival games always benefit from co-op, and while Subnautica 2 is perfectly playable by yourself, they don't do the things some survival games do where they make it so you have to collect an unreasonable amount of resources to build or craft anything to accommodate co-op play. It's still a game that it's chill, it's easygoing with a few other players around. I mean, it doesn't make the ocean not terrifying, but this is an excellent highly polished and well-crafted survival game with a lot of quality of life improvements over the first game. It's beautiful. It runs significantly better than the first game. And considering the complaints people generally have about Unreal Engine games, Subnautica 2 is proof that people need to just optimize their damn games. The undersea environment is just so much fun to explore. It's a great game, and for a certain kind of person, it's absolutely made better with co-op. And number 12 is Gamble with Your Friends. Most online gambling games are competitive affairs, but this ridiculous game is all about working together, at least in theory. The concept here is that up to 6 players share a bank account and are trying to gamble away their massive debt and climb your way into a casino tower to reach the impossible dream of a debt-free life. What a nightmare world we live in, that is a non-absurd sounding concept for a game. But of course, it being a gambling game, there's nothing stopping just one player completely botching things with one poorly placed bet. But that's where the physics come in. You can literally slap your friends away from a machine or change their bets on the fly if you think they're making a mistake. It's absurd fun that can be played casually or more seriously if there's actually something you want to do there. There's a few different endings. There's a way to win despite all the odds being against you. It's a fantastic concept for a co-op game that executes on its premise just about perfectly. And number 11 is Forest Escape Last Train. This horror-themed survival puzzler doesn't exactly make the best first impression on their Steam page, where in the blurb they describe the game for being for 1 to 4 players, and the actual description says that you can team up with up to 3 friends, which implies that it's 3-player only. Either way, I don't know. It looks like nonsense, and it could either be super entertaining or a strange, boring mess. It's up to fate at this point. You can't deny the ambition, though. It's not just your average run away from the monsters kind of game. There's also elaborate puzzle environments that the players have to work together to solve in large areas where they need to scrounge for resources and build up their train and survive. This thing has the potential to be one big joke. It's honestly hard to call it when you're talking about games like this, but we'll find out when the game launches July 10th. And number 10 is Tears of Metal. Enough co-op games that some less than charitable people might be tempted to call slop. This upcoming 4-player co-op hack and slash looks a little more refined. Doesn't necessarily mean it's definitely going to be better, but it's kind of refreshing to see a game with such a distinct art style. Tears of Metal is a roguelike with an action twist as you upgrade your character and move from nodes on a map grid, recruiting allies and building up a frickin' army to assist you in battle. Other players can come along, but it's just as lethal as you're playing solo, and this game is designed to be mercilessly difficult. I'm not sure how much co-op exactly brings to the table or if it's more of an afterthought, but it looks like a game to watch out for if you're a fan at all of roguelites or co-op games when it launches July 22nd. And number 9 is Gila of Mice and Magic. This charming-looking open-world puzzler looks like it might have the juice to be one of 2026's best co-op games if it manages to play as good as it looks from a visual standpoint, anyhow. It's set in a lush world inspired by northern Sweden. This game, you play up to 4 mice working to restore harmony to the land by brewing magic potions. It's designed for multiple players, but it is playable solo using the Shade system where you create copies of yourself. There's even local 2-player co-op available, so it sounds like this thing has all of its bases covered for when it releases sometime later this year. And number 8 is We Are So Cooked. There are multiple games releasing named We Are So Cooked, but the one I'm talking about is probably the best because the premise is legitimately brilliant. You and up to 3 other players have to work together to carry a body to the exit without getting caught. It's a game about the scene in so many thriller movies where the protagonist has to sneak a body out of a crowded building. Great idea. Usually things tend to inexplicably work out in the main character's favor in those movies, but I don't think things are going to be so simple here. The game makes heavy use of physics to add to the chaos, and the body gets stuck everywhere, deliberately knocks over vases or slides off carts designed to move. It's a dark premise, but it's got to be one of the best simple premises for a co-op game I've ever heard, and it's just brilliant in its simplicity. It's another one with no clear release date, but is expected to be launched sometime this year. I think it's got major potential. And number 7 is Windrose, released back in April. This game's essentially the pirate version of Valheim. If you've played that game, you pretty much know what to expect here. It does have a few unique twists on the formula. It is a worthwhile survival game in its own right, as such. It's a game that can be played solo, but definitely benefits from having a friend or two, because it's a resource-heavy game that demands a lot of the player. It's definitely not like Subnautica, where the primary goal is exploration and crafting and building are more secondary. This game really leans into that kind of stuff. It's not a bad thing either because construction is really well done. Crafting is definitely not a huge chore or anything, but it's more of the focus here. What sets it apart from Valheim is the more challenging combat, which borrows a bit from the Souls handbook, and the ship-based combat, which doesn't have as much depth as something like Black Flag, but it still holds its own among pirate games. It's a solid co-op survival game that doesn't necessarily break the mold, but it is a little more polished than you normally see in this crowded genre. And number 6 is Rayman Legends Retold. Before we actually saw it, this seemed like the most pointless remake imaginable. Then they revealed the trailer, and now I get it. I don't know why Ubisoft decided this was the game to give the lavish, fully 3D animated treatment, but I don't think anyone is complaining because they actually pulled it off. It might actually look better than the original game, which is not something I say lightly. I'm sure bound to be a controversial statement due to some people's specific anger at this game. There's some major changes to the presentation, and I get it, but the original game was essentially plotless. The trailer shows some story elements, some new missions where you're riding a dragon. Those are not present in the original game. I have to imagine the remake's probably going to cut some stuff too. The original version had like half of Rayman Origins levels in it, and I doubt they're going to take the time to turn all that stuff into 3D levels, but who knows? I don't know. Anyway, it's going to support 4-player co-op exactly like the original. It's launching October 1st. And number 5 is Saw Genesis. Now, granted, this one has not a whole lot of stuff in terms of information out there. We've seen what it looks like based on a trailer. We have gotten a fairly short game feature overview. It's an asymmetrical game, obviously horror, and you work together as the accused to, of course it's Saw, solve puzzles, survive traps, and face the judge, who is an early architect of Jigsaw's philosophy. Probably worth a mention, this takes place quite a bit in the past. It's absolutely a prequel to Saw. Believe it or not, it takes place in the aftermath of World War II. We don't really have a release date on this one, but you can sign up for the closed alpha. It's interesting.
The Odyssey, only in cinemas Thursday.
And number 4 is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Easily one of the biggest surprises of the year. Everybody thought they knew what to expect from this, and I mean, it's basically an Arkham game. Brings a ton of Arkham DNA to the usual formula. Rocksteady actually helped out with it a bit, which is great. It's still obviously a Lego game, so it's not as deep and challenging as the Arkham games, but the combat takes a ton of cues from those games, so does the stealth, and it makes for the most satisfying Lego game ever. And like your usual Lego game, you can play the entire thing with a co-op partner using drop-in, drop-out co-op. It's smooth, it's mega polished, and it's a lot of fun. Great game to play solo, excellent to play with a friend. And number 3 is Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 4. One of the best RTS series returns September 17th with a metric ton of single-player content, the usual PvP stuff, but most importantly for the nature of this list, of course, they've made it clear that the popular Last Stand game mode, introduced in Dawn of War 2 Retribution, will return. In that mode, 3 players work together to fight off an endless swarm of enemies. It's a survival mode that was really popular among fans, and one of the most fun RTS modes out there. It's so good to hear they're bringing it back for this game. Of course, co-op has always been a popular mode of play for these types of games, and I'm sure the usual co-op stuff is also available, but I just wanted to highlight this will include a dedicated co-op mode for those seeking that kind of thing out. It's more of a traditional RTS than the original Dawn of War, and it looks all the better for it. For Warhammer fans or classic RTS fans, this looks like the game to watch out for. Again, September 17th. Moving on to number 2, it's Trash Day, Garbage Day. It's a co-op game where you play as a squad of raccoons. The entry just writes itself. This thing could have just been a goat simulator style nonsense game, but it looks like there's actual progression going on here. It's not just a sandbox for screwing around, more of a linear adventure game where you're looking to means for progress. You and your raccoon buddies are trying to get a stolen shopping cart back to your raccoon home, and that's where the challenge comes in. It's good to see new developers learning the old ways and incorporating ridiculous physics systems back into their games, and this one looks like it's using the technology in the best way possible. There's no release date yet, but it's coming sometime later this year. And finally, at number 1, it's Scott Pilgrim EX. This is the one that has me rubbing my hands together with a filthy look on my face of, yes, I want to play. This is a game that has not gotten the attention it deserves. whatsoever. It was developed by Tribute Games, the team that worked on Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion. They also are just a new team headed by the people that ran the team that made the original Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up. This is a River City Ransom inspired beat 'em up with some excellent pixel art, high quality beat 'em up action, and I think it might actually be better than the first game. It's criminally underlooked, though. It has not even cracked 500 reviews on Steam. It probably comes down to the price, but as a beat 'em up, it's a little more in-depth and elaborate than you usually see with this genre. It is a great game that deserves infinitely more attention than it has gotten. If there's one game on this list you play for old Falcon, it's Scott Pilgrim EX. It's easily one of the best co-op games of the year, and barely anyone seems to know it exists. It's insane. I do have a couple of bonuses for you. Halo Campaign Evolved. Yep, they're remaking Halo again. But this time it's not a one-to-one recreation. It's more of a partial reimagining with some impressively updated visuals. It's going to support 4-player co-op and full cross-play and cross-progression. And while some early reports made it sound like every player would need a separate PSN subscription to play together, even if you're playing split screen, that does not appear to be the case. I don't know if Sony could handle that right now. It's been a long time since the original Halo back in 2001, but it's got to be one of the best co-op campaigns of all time, right? There's some legendary levels in here. There's some stinkers, don't get me wrong. Hopefully this updated version makes some of those sections a little more interesting, or at least shorter.
I wouldn't say it was the best Halo, but it was okay. It was okay Halo, I guess. It wasn't 10 out of 10. It was more like a 7 out of 10, you know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of always happy to have an excuse to return to Halo, so barring any major issues, this should be the FPS to look out for when it launches July 28th. That's all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you
some good games in this, some bad games, but Okay, let's... Okay. What is wrong with my shit? What the fuck? There's a guy on that island right there we'll go to. Oh no, he's on that one.
Hello there.
What's up, Benny? I think it was like an hour late, I think. Jumped on it too, so... I see we got a ship to the left. Am I gonna have enough 40s to take that thing out? I'll let that play.
Hello,
What's up, Screen Queen? Benny in the chat. Right. Is that him in the distance? Or did he drop the chest? I don't know. Oh, there it is right there. Should I loot that island, chat? Let's do that. I'll come back for it. What's up, chat? Hope everyone's having a good day. Chilling, doing their thing. I think by tomorrow we are probably going back to RP for a while, and then CS and all that, we'll bring that back as well. So some games will come back to. Just gotta figure out what my 5M's issues were. I haven't had really good time to look at that, but tonight I'll probably look at it, see what I can do, but yeah, see what happens. So we're still looking for dust. When the zombies are all glitching out and shit. It's an 80, I'm bringing that. So I need to get more dust to unlock the storage. We're beyond today because I have updates and I feel tired from the drive today. All good, Benny. That walker's not rotating around the map, is it? To where my walker is. Nah. Still detect you, even when you're a player. Let's do it. stuck on something? What kind of fucking shit is that? Dude. That's dumb, bear. Imagine it starts taking off as I get up there. Oh, I forgot to grab that chest, but it's probably a good distraction because that guy's thinking he's pushing someone, but turns out no one's there. Let's get to this island. Was this the one with the cannons on top of the tower? I think it is, isn't it? I'm gonna have to fight whatever walkers they have because the signal's right in front of me and I don't want to rotate around the entire thing not to get seen by it. I may as well shoot a walker down, you know? So if that comes out in 5 hours, I'll check around 8 PM, I'll check. Hopefully I've got enough money for it. It's probably like 21 bucks or some shit. We'll see what happens. I hit my reactor. Couple hits in it. Tracking chests in the... Oh, no, it's right here. Alright, let's we'll start looting this place right here. Probably not even gonna get fucking dust. Grab that tracking chest last, because I don't want people tracking me. Put this right here. Grab that, pick that up, take this back, and then we'll come back. I think we're in a pretty good spot. I don't think anyone will see us. Unless they come the way we came, but... Stuck. Purple. I think purple's quicker, I think. Could be wrong. I probably similar to blue, maybe. What was that other crate that I picked up? Probably that one. I don't know. Yeah, that one. It's crazy to think that we've got this amount of chests and not one of them have dust. It's every time I always think about the one item and then I just never get it. So it just sucks. Sounds about right. Yep, pretty much. And then eventually when you get the item and you get enough and then you see a lot more of it, then you're like, what the fuck? You know? It's pretty bullshit. I searched this little place? I haven't. Shit. These fucking zombies are like... You got some crazy aim. Zombies are pretty fun to shoot in this game. I like shooting the zombies in here. Did I already grab that other chest? I think I did, didn't I? Didn't even see the 80 right there. just the boring part of me looting. Got some battles and stuff, and I'll probably make it fun. I literally put a chest out here and it's gone. Dude, where the fuck did the other chest go? Was that 40, wasn't it? Oh my days, bro. How did it get up on the roof? Doesn't make any sense. Foot is so itchy. Damn. Right, that's not even like the full area yet. We still have like all of the village to go through. Jojo's PD Soul said he's in city. He told me to tell you all. All good. Yeah, I'll probably do RP probably tomorrow. Or tonight for you guys, I think it is. So that's when I'll be in as PD. I do have... I think it's everywhere. Bet that. Oh, good. Fucking Jesus. Just gotta get my 5M working again because there was an update and gotta update my Rockstar and all that. But I've already lost my voice. Jesus Christ. finally found a bit of dust. It yet. The fuck? Is there 2 doors? Oh, there's 2 ways to get in there, okay. I was so confused, I was like, there's no way the game just fucking did that to me. Like, blocks me. Imagine. Game's like, go fuck yourself. That is so funny. Sheesh. Some junk. When I get the other 2 chests back, I'm gonna put all that on the ship, and then I'll search the rest. If you had a team, it would be faster doing all this. So I just got to do all the math in a minute, how many hours I got to play this, because I do want to play probably R6 or something tonight. That would be pretty fun. I think that was all of the chests. Still got to search the rest of the village. I'm going to get these other chests up. I know there's ones here. Load these bad boys. You're too chud to play R6, buddy. R6 is pretty much my main game. I think I have like nearly 1,000 hours in that game. I love R6. And I also like CS2. CS2 is really good too. What is that noise? Yeah, CS2, R6, and 5M are like my main games, pretty much. And then these type of games I play now is just like, kind of just whatever. Never gotten to CS2? CS2 would be... It definitely is hard, but... You just kind of have to... I was thinking the facecam dollars. I don't know. I meant to turn off or wait. Yeah, I just turned it off for a sec. But yeah, as I was saying, CS2, it's a good game. You just gotta have like a good sense and reaction timing for a game like that, because. Oh, okay, just so you know. Oh no, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, if you haven't tried CS2 yet, yeah, definitely give it a shot. Learn the maps, learn the callouts and all that. I think I've got probably 500 hours in CS2. The case openings are very addicting in that game. Very addicting. That was an addiction for a while. I think I put like maybe over $600 worth of like skins and stuff that I got from cases. Played maybe an hour of CS, but it was buggy. So I gave up. Yes, it depends on what servers you're playing on. But you just got to get a good computer with like, I mean, to be honest, CS you don't really need good specs and shit. I don't think you do need it or not. I don't know. I mean, back when CS:GO was around in 2014 and 2013, kind of makes sense. You don't really need a fucking top-notch PC, but maybe CS2 you probably do, because I think CS2 is Unreal Engine, I think. You fucking... Bro. Whole Rust skins thing and put about 500 bucks into it. Had to stop before I got too far. Yeah, CS for me it wasn't because of having cool skins, it was because of, you know, the knives and shit. And I tried to get a knife. I just never could. To get a gold. but I do have some pretty cool skins in there that I actually kind of do like. I think there are some pretty good ones in there. The purple and the reds and the pinks are better to have than the freaking grays and shit, you know? So it's just whatever you get is what you get given, I guess. I have Rust, but it wouldn't load properly. It would come up with a black screen and it would crash every single time. Because all my boys play Rust and I'm like, wanted me to get into it and then I try to get into it. But every time I tried to play, a black screen and would always crash. So some people are lucky to run games than others. That's a 40. That's 80. Hang on. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All this will probably be lost. Alright, well, I gotta jump off because I gotta do something. So none of this will get saved, but it's okay. I'll just come back and do it another time. Barrels, clothing crates, just for the thrill, opening them and hoping I'll get something good. Yeah, true. Those games, you need the right settings for your PC itself. Yeah, pretty much. That's why I couldn't run it or play it. Let me just turn that off. I'll probably just be on tomorrow because, yeah, I'll probably just do that. Alright, chat, I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm gonna do something, so I'm gonna shut the stream off and we'll be back tomorrow. Alright, chat. See ya. All good, Vox. Take care. And the rest of you guys, take care. Alright, peace.